Hey guys, if you didn't know, I got a brand new and improved vlog channel. Smash that subscribe button. I will link it in the description. It would mean everything to me if you went and subscribed. Also,
hello everyone, welcome back to the Self-Made CEO podcast, the Self-Made CEO podcast. I'm your host, Adrienne Finch.
If you didn't know, I have a podcast called Self-Made CEO. We talk all about business, success, manifestation, mindset shifting, and all of that good stuff. Link below. And now back to the video you actually wanted to watch. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Hello, hi, how you doing? In today's video, I'm gonna show you guys another updated what is on my iPhone XS Max. I've been getting so many questions like, am I getting the iPhone 11? Am I getting the new iPhone? Am I getting the new iPhone? This honestly is like the first time that I don't necessarily have plans to get the new iPhone. If you guys have been watching my videos for the past few years, I always get the new ones and I make a bunch of videos about it. But I don't know, there's something about this time that I just don't feel like it's that different. I really love the phone that I have and I feel like I don't need to get the new one. But please feel free to like give me suggestions down below. If you think I need the new one, then tell me why, because I'm really open to it. I was just away this weekend and one of the guys had the new phone and the camera was cool. I mean, my camera is really good, but I liked that they had the wide angle lens, but like if that's the only thing pulling me to the phone, I don't know if I need to get it. But anyway, I just recently had another monthly mental breakdown about my iPhone apps and decided to rearrange all of them completely. And this time I finally found a strategy that I actually really like. So I'm gonna show you guys basically what is on my phone, how I arranged my apps. I think it's a really creative way. I actually talked about this in my 7 creative iPhone app organization styles videos. And I chose one of the ways that I talked about in that video. So I'm gonna show you guys without further ado how I've organized my iPhone apps. Let's just get right into it. Okay, so before I show you guys how I've arranged my iPhone apps, here is what it looked like before. So as you can see, I basically just had the most important things on the front opening homepage, like all the things that I use on the daily. And then as you scroll through, I kind of had a mixture of folders that like group apps together by category, and I also just had random stuff laid around. This was okay for a while, especially once you memorize where everything is, it's pretty easy. But I knew that I could be more productive and have them arranged a lot better, and it just felt a little bit cluttered. Okay, so the very first thing that I did is I deleted apps that I don't need anymore. So just go through your phone and get rid of anything that you really don't need, because I found that I had a lot of apps that I forgot what they even did, especially photo editing apps. I feel like I had so many, and some of them I was like, is this even helpful? Do I even use this? Delete the ones you don't use. Next, I basically wrote out all the categories of apps that I know that I want. So these are the categories that I wrote down. Editing, so video and photo editing apps, money, social media, fitness and wellness, food, travel, shopping, planning, work. So let me tell you, this actually took me a lot longer than I anticipated, but we're just gonna get right into it. So this is an overview. Here's the first page, here's the second page, and here's the third page. Now, I decided to make my background very minimal. I just feel like lately I've just really needed, again, to declutter my life. So I wanted a minimal background, and I actually just saved a bunch of minimal ones. I went on Pinterest and just searched minimal iPhone wallpaper and saved a bunch. So on my homepage, again, I keep the stuff that I use all the time, but I also kind of did a combination of using the folder. So basically, okay, I forget what I called this foldering method. I think I might have called it like shelving or something. But basically what it means is that on the very left side, I have a folder with all the apps that like fit that category. And then the 3 apps directly to the right of it are the 3 that I use the most often or the most frequently. That way they're just like more accessible to me. They're right there. I don't have to go into a folder and search for them. So here on my homepage, the top 2 rows are the things that I all the time use, like every single day, multiple times a day. And I know that, and they've been here for a really long time. So calendar, photos, camera, maps, settings, clock, which will be timer or alarm clock, Ways, and notes. The next row, I used to have like 3 different photo editing folders. I finally combined them all into one. So I just have this, it's the editing side, and I actually did arrange these apps in somewhat in the order of like which ones I would use most frequently that aren't the ones out of the folder. So like this first page right here is definitely what I would use the most outside of the 3 to the side. So the 3 that I use the most are Tezza, Lightroom, and VSCO. So actually Lightroom is probably the one I use the most to edit photos. then Visco, then Tezza, but I did kind of try to do this weird like red, like rainbow color coordination thing. It kind of didn't work, but I just decided to put the white apps on the right. Those are the ones I use the most. So on Lightroom, I love to buy presets that are sold on Etsy because they have so many presets and they're like $4 instead of like 80. So if you can see here, this was a birthday sign that I posted or that I put at my friend's work. So this is what the photo looked like before, and then this is the after. I went onto Pinterest and bought these presets for like $4. You can like find different packs. I have a couple different packs, vintage, and then Visco, and then Tezza is also a great one. And so is Color Tone. And then these are all the ones that I would use for like other things, but I'm not gonna get super into that because I could do a whole separate video on how I edit my photos if you guys want. Okay, the next row I had the biggest trouble kind of figuring out what to call it because it's sort of a combination of things. So I decided to call it Instagram and YouTube planning. First, we have the preview app. I wanna tell you guys about this because in the past I've used two other types of apps, Unum and Planoly, and like both just like Unum was great until it kind of stopped working for me. I don't know why, the app got weird. And then Planoly was fine, but like I didn't like that you couldn't view the posts and like rearrange them. You had to schedule them in order to see them in order. It was weird. So preview basically just loads your entire Instagram feed of what's already posted on there. And then same as the other ones, you can basically add any photo from your library into here and like see how it would fit into your feed. And you can rearrange them. Like if you add another photo, you can like rearrange these, and I really love it. Airtable is what I use to plan all my content. I'm actually thinking of making an entire video just about how I plan content. Basically, there are these templates where I can completely plan all the content that I have. So I have my Self-Made CEO content calendars, I have the Instagram and the podcast calendar, and I have my YouTube and my personal Instagram. So I really don't like the mobile version. I honestly prefer the desktop version, but just to give you a little bit of a preview, because I don't like the way that it's laid out here. But essentially I have like my video tracker. So when I click on one, it'll say like the video title, what day I want to upload it. I can put the thumbnail, I can put the platform. This is more just for my own organization and for planning. Like I have video ideas here and they're in different categories. Again, I don't like how it's laid out here. I'll show you right here on the screen what the desktop version looks like. I love this. It helps keep me organized, and it also helps for when I eventually maybe have a team or an editor helping me. So I love Airtable. And then Unfold is what I use for my Instagram stories sometimes. You guys have been asking a lot about these, like what app this is. So this is called Unfold, and basically all it is you can click on, oh, they redid how you see it, that's cool. So you can click on a template and then it'll ask you to choose two photos. So let's just say this photo and this photo. And then you can like choose which way you arrange them. I don't know, this is literally random. Background color, you can like do whatever you want. So they have a ton of different options for this, which I love. So I just consider that a planning app because it's kind of me like planning out my stories. And then in the folder over here, I have Spark Post, which is Adobe Spark. If you guys do any sort of graphic design for social media, for someone else's company, Spark Post is literally so awesome because you plug in your branding, your colors, your fonts, your logo, and then right away, it'll just customize everything to be what you need for your brand. And then I have my IG captions. This is a random website I found so long ago that actually works for having line breaks in between your captions. So I actually just saved this browser as an app and then put it in this folder. Then I have like the YouTube Studio and the other ones I don't really use, but I didn't know where to put them. So yeah, again, I just have the three most important ones on the side. And then the bottom row, I didn't really know, there weren't enough to categorize into folders, but these four apps are like the social media and music and podcasts, obviously, that I use the most. So Instagram and YouTube are really the only two social media platforms that I go on every single day. I really don't go on Twitter or Snapchat at all, honestly. Podcasts, I love listening to podcasts, and then Spotify is where I listen to all my music. So, and then of course in the dock, we have my messages, calls, email, and Safari. I have toyed around with whether I want to use Chrome or Safari. Chrome saves all my passwords, but so does Safari. But like if I'm on my computer, Chrome will save the password and then it'll also save here, which is nice. But anyway, moving on to page number 2. So on page 2, we have all folders and using this same strategy. So I have my social media. So the three that I would, I guess, use most frequently behind the ones that are on the first page are Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. I'm obsessed with Pinterest, like super obsessed. The next row is work. So here I just have like Google Docs and things like that. So I use the most my Google Drive, there's Chrome, and then files is basically like my desktop on my computer, but here, which is super nice because sometimes I'll save a thumbnail like to my computer and then I'll forget to send it to myself. So if I need to upload or change anything right from my phone, I can just click on files. So that's really nice. Next, I have my fitness and wellness folder. So this is all either workout apps or meditation apps, heart health, all that, my doctor's app, and like also my Apple Watch app, because I usually use it just for fitness. And then I have the Basecamp app, which is the gym I go to. Activity, which is super nice. Activity is like, it tracks on my watch. So if I do workouts, it'll track my activity. You can also hold yourself accountable by like sharing your activity with friends so that you can see like how much you guys all have been working out, and it's just kind of cool. MindBody is an app that I use to book my workout classes. So the gym Basecamp that I go to uses MindBody. So those are the three that I use the most frequently. The next row is food, one of my favorite rows. Obviously the most frequently I use POSTMATES, Uber Eats, or DoorDash. Those are all food delivery apps. I also have some like grocery delivery apps. Prime Now, if you have Amazon Prime, does free 2-hour delivery over I think $40 or something. And then Shipt is also another grocery delivery app that I'm gonna be trying out actually, because I got a promo code where I got free delivery for a year, I think, or something crazy. So I'll let you guys know how that one goes. And then next I have travel, and I definitely use Uber, Lyft, and Bird probably the most, but in here I have booking apps for booking flights or hotels, and I also have pretty much every airline's app that I've ever like used. Yeah, and those I use less frequently, so I didn't really put them in a proper order or anything, but I just know that they're in there. And then last but not least, on this page I have my money folder. In my money folder are lots of different things. Some are ways that I budget and track my own finances, PayPal, all of that. Stuff for my taxes and my banking apps, but then also there are things like Tab and Splitwise where it helps you to like split bills with friends if you're out at dinner. But the ones that I use the most frequently are Chase and Bank of America, because those are my banks, and then Venmo, because whenever I need to like pay someone for something, I just click on Venmo. And then the last page is also folders just continued. So the first one is shopping, and I basically in there have a bunch of stores, Best Buy. I also have like apartments in Zillow and Trulia, because I'm weird and I love looking up like the price of houses and what they look like and stuff. I like love real estate, not that I would do anything with it, but. So as my top used ones, I have Dote, Amazon, and Target. And by the way, you guys, if you didn't know, if you go to Target and you're about to shop there, if you scan all of the things that you are like putting in your cart, it'll tell you if an offer is coming up, like if there's a discount, it'll tell you. And then if you scan that at checkout, it'll give you those discounts. Target like doesn't tell you that this is a thing. It doesn't ask you like for a card or for like a discount code. So I recommend doing that every time you're at Target. The next row is both watching and reading. So like TV apps and like Netflix, all of that, but also reading. So Audible, which is like audiobooks, Kindle, Reddit. So I have Netflix, Hulu, and Prime Video as my top 3. I honestly don't really use these very much at all unless I'm on a plane, but I figure it's on the last page. Like if I am on a plane, then it's cool that they're right there. They look cool too. And then I have music. So I have these random music apps. I just like love messing around with beats and like remixing songs. So the ones that I definitely use the most are GarageBand, and Shazam is like, obviously if you hear a song in public and you want to know what it is, you can Shazam it. And then I have an app called Bands in Town, and that tells me like when artists that I like are coming to play a show in town or anywhere near me, which is really cool because I like have really started getting into going to concerts and I just love it. And then last but not least is literally just a random row. It's extra stuff. So it's all these things that come with the iPhone. Again, like Eventbrite, which I don't use that frequently. These are organized in zero order whatsoever. And then I have my lights, which these control my LED strips and my side lamps that have different colors, so that's cool. And then my wallet, which I use for basically my credit card, but also like all my plane tickets are always in there, which is super cool. And then I have the NFL app because I'm trying to actually care this season. I've been watching football on Sundays and trying to care because a lot of my friends care, so I'm like, totally, I care too. Yeah, okay, great. So yeah, you guys, that is what's on my iPhone right now. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I'm like really excited to have it arranged like this. I feel like it's pretty aesthetically pleasing, and also, I don't know, it feels more organized. The next thing I need to definitely do is go through all my apps and turn off notifications for ones that I don't need them for, because it drives me insane seeing all these badges. I can't. That is that. I hope you guys like it. Remember that you can check out my vlog channel and my podcast. Everything of mine is linked below, all my social media. And let me know in the comments if you think I should be getting the iPhone 11 Pro or whatever the one you think I should be getting is, or if I should stick with this. So far, I mean, I'm perfectly satisfied with this, so we'll see. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.